Good evening, everyone. So, yo, it's Miss Gray here. And today I'm talking about something that my guides have been pushing me to talk about for quite some time now. And this has to do with the symbolism of the butterfly. And it's interesting timing because we are going through the rise of the divine feminine, and the butterfly has to do with transformation, but the butterfly symbolism is actually it's actually so much more deeper even than we give it credit to or we usually think about. And so here's the tea. Here it is. So firstly, I want to say that the butterfly as a symbol is pretty much the same as the image of the bow. In Finnish, we would say rusetti. And also the butterfly is connected to the number 8, as is the bow. And the bow is connected to femininity, as is the butterfly. And the bow in its shape resembles or mimics or is supposed to look like the female reproductive organs. Like I said, it has to do with fertility, the bow. That was my toast popping. It's popping here. So all these things are interconnected, and so the butterfly and the bow are also connected to the number 8. When you think about when you tie your shoelaces, you essentially are making a figure 8, and the butterfly in its shape also is in a way sort of like a figure 8. And so the butterfly is also connected with time, as is the number 8. And like I said, the number 8 is connected to the bow symbolism, fertility, and so all of these are intertwined. And the word transformation itself is connected to the concept of time. What time essentially is that it is its movement, basically. In its core, time equals movement. Or transformation, transportation equals movement. So, and also what I think is interesting is that your thyroid gland, which is here, in Finnish we say kilpirauhanen, is also referred to as the butterfly gland, because it in a way is a shape of a butterfly, and the thyroid gland controls your hormones. Not just that, but basically it's like the master gland that has to do with fertility and birth and so on. So I just think it's interesting that it is a butterfly gland. Now, so the message that I'm getting here is why the butterfly symbolism and the bow and the 8 is so important is because something about, so most of you have probably heard about the butterfly effect, which basically means that when a butterfly bats, it's like cause and effect, essentially. And also, like when a butterfly bats its wing, it's said to, it can like cause like a storm somewhere in another place in another time. Now, why this is interesting is because the butterflies do have effect on time, is what I believe. I've interpreted this message correctly. Is that there's something about butterflies, and I believe, and I'm still sort of decoding this message, sure there will be more, but the butterfly, the movement of the wings is sending a wave to the electromagnetic fields. Now, we are all energy, everything is electricity, but the movement of the butterfly, perhaps this has to do with all flying things, animals, birds, bees, but I'm talking about butterflies now. So, has an effect on the electromagnetic fields, which time basically also is, in a way, electricity, because it's movement. So it's magnetism. It's, I'm not claiming to be a scientist, here. I might. So all I'm saying is the movement of the butterfly, I believe it's the movement, affects the electromagnetic fields in a way where we are more able to tap into time as it is non-linear. Because here we perceive things in a linear manner, which is not the case, because time is not linear. Time is a continuum, which will get us back to the number 8, which symbolizes that continuum. The number 8 in itself symbolizes our life here. The number 8, the infinity symbol, is in a nutshell our time here. It symbolizes our, in a way, it's the map of our life almost. So it symbolizes the movement of time, let's say. Let's put it that way. So because now our world, our consciousness is shifting to a realization that does not live in just linear time. So it's now the lines are getting more blurred. And I have to mention, one of ways you can sort of realize this more is perhaps increase in deja vus and just weird phenomena with time. So pay attention to that within your own life. It's cool if you're able to tap into that. Like very frequent deja vus perhaps, or things of that nature, but or increase in synchronicity, what have you, but there's many ways it can sort of manifest itself. But collectively we're shifting purposefully in to a time that is not just linear. And this is very beneficial to us. And it also perhaps helps us understand more about reincarnation, which the transformation of the butterfly is connected, symbolizes beautifully. And because you have to, well, not have to, but it's interesting to think about transformation as movement to me. When we think about the word transmute, it doesn't just mean, you know, something taking shape from one shape to another, but it actually also means movement, transporting to one location to another, transmuting one language to another, transmuting of light, and the butterfly reminds us all of this. And the butterfly symbolism reminds us about the connection that we have to all beings, to each other, to nature, to the all. And now, how this, relates to the bow, to the fertility aspect of things, to the female reproductive system, and like I mentioned, reincarnation being a transformation, and butterflies affecting our time in a way where it's not so linear to us anymore, which helps us understand reincarnation perhaps more, is that reincarnation in its core, which I'm getting from my guides, is basically time traveling in its core. So we are vessels. Have you ever seen the show Stargate? So essentially, we are stargates. This here, our bodies, are truly vessels. Think about the sentence, your body is a temple. Now, when you see the show Stargate, the Stargates are, very much kind of like temple, like it's sort of looks like an entryway to a temple, how a gate is in its shapes, or you think about the pyramids and whatnot. So you are a temple, your body is a temple because you truly are a vessel. And it's you, the true you, who is, I don't like the word in control, but I'm going to use it because there's no other word coming to my mind right now. But you are in control of that. You're like the, because our body is in a way much more technical, I feel, than we think. It's our, essence. It's the you that it's not. It's the you that's the life, but your body truly is a vessel. So this is in a way an esoteric aspect to looking at birth. So essentially, when somebody is being delivered, is being birthed, that is, now this is going to be perhaps graphic, but essentially it's someone in a way coming through the Stargate to this existence, to this dimension. So, Neo, tuu tänne. I think I wrote something down about this as well. Let me just check as a professional filmmaker what I did here. So, like I said, the word transformation, transport, is interesting because we are transporting people through this vessel, through this stargate, from one time zone to another. Because you see, there is no life and death in a way we think it is. There's only time. It's all the same. It's all the same. So we just are, and as, things happen, we, continue our, journey, because it really is a journey, and we help others journey through us literally from one time zone, from another existence to here, to this existence. So, we truly carry across people as we ourselves also cross over when we think about the lifespan of people. So I just feel there's so much depth, so much more depth into the symbolism of the butterfly. Not to say that it hasn't been, hold in high regard. Obviously it has. This butterfly symbolism is one of the most ancient ones, as is the bow and the number 8, the infinity symbol. But I just think it's interesting how all of these 3 symbols relate to birth, to reincarnation, which essentially are also, they are time. They're connected to time. Reincarnation, in its core, it's time traveling, let's say. So, yeah. There's something so beautiful about that image of us being stargates and sort of carrying people through one dimension to another. It's like you are traveling truly. And let me just say it again. We're portals here. We really are. So take care of your temple, because it has a great, purpose and mission. And not to say, that's all there is, but I just think it's just a beautiful thing to think about, for sure. So I feel that is all I want to say. So just to kind of recite some things. So the butterfly reminds us about our connection to the infinite self. and to the connection between all, between space, between time, that is you. The butterfly reminds us about our connection to the infinite self. So next time you're using the imagery of the bow, or you're putting a bow into your hair, or you put butterflies somewhere, you see a butterfly, just think about these things, and I'm sure there is more to come, because this is just not even scratching the surface. But just something I wanted to say. And happy full moon, by the way. Full moon, new moon, and a magical one it is as well. So peace, love, light, namaste, and good times. Bye.